Hi everyone, happy new catalog day. Yay. It's been a crazy day already. Ordering went up a little bit before, it was earlier than they anticipated. They said it was going to be noon and it went up earlier than that, but paper share orders have been ordered. I know that their system was having a few little glitches, just a little bit of an overload of their system. So if you were trying to place an order this morning, just be patient and try again and just keep trying. This is the first of 4 kickoff videos that I'm going to share this week. So you may want to come back every day, see what I'm sharing, and maybe then decide what you want to order then. This catalog is so phenomenal. The more I look through it, the more I see something that I really love. So if you do not have one yet, if you're local in the Albuquerque area, I'd love to get you one. If you're not in the Albuquerque area, I'd love to send you one. I do ask that you pay for the postage. It's about $8 priority mail, and I get that in the mail right away. Okay, we have so much to talk about, so we're actually just going to jump right in. We're going to do a really quick catalog tour. I'm going to talk about everything that's happening today and this month, and then we're going to get to our project, and it's a phenomenal project. Our beginner brochure is pretty phenomenal. Now, there are stamp sets in here that are not in the annual catalog. There's a link to this brochure on my blog. You can check that out. You can also have one of these sent to you too. If I delivered a catalog to you, or if I mailed you a catalog, I made sure to include one of these, so you should have gotten one of these. But there are stamp sets in here that, again, that are not in the annual catalog, and these are just great for beginners. If you're new to stamping or you know somebody that's new to stamping, this is a great thing to start out with because it's not overwhelming and it has some nice, simple, easy projects in here. My favorite in here is, come on, this one, this cute fruit. Oh, I love that one so much. I actually ordered this one today and I cannot wait to play with it. Look at the little mustache guys. Oh, so cute. Cannot wait to play with that one. All right, let's talk about the annual catalog real quick. It's fantastic. You can see mine is marked up completely, but let's talk about some amazing little features in here. So on page 3, there is this section down here, Stamp It Up, and it talks about a lot of different techniques that you can do for stamping, and it even gives you page numbers on where to find those specific techniques. So if you're looking for a new technique to try, or maybe you just want more information on how they did that, check out this section right here, and that will tell you everything you need to know. All right, the next thing I want to point out to you are, let me open this back up, are our suites. Look at how gorgeous they're laid out. You're going to get tons of product ideas here. This one, this little card, I just love. Look at that little "so sorry" card. He's wearing the little cone of shame. I love that card so much. But the suites are laid out. You're going to get all the colors that coordinate with that suite down here, so you know what colors you're going to need for your projects. And then it lays out all the products that are in the suite down on this page, on the bottom of the left page. So if you want the whole suite, you can buy the whole suite number, or you can pick and choose what parts of that suite you want. So this is just one of many suites that are in the catalog. All right, the next thing I want to make sure to point out is don't just look at the products, look at all the samples. There's wonderful little techniques in here. This one is a Step It Up technique. It shows you a simple version, a stepped up version, and then even a stepped up further version from that. So check out those samples. They're amazing to copy, and they're just so inspirational. So much inspiration in those. So make sure to check those out. When you're shopping, make sure to look for those little bundle indicators. Those little 10% off means you're saving on that stamp set. When you get the stamp set and the dies, or the stamp set and the punch, use that little bundle indicator to find that. Okay, those are all over the catalog. So make sure you find that little bundle indicator. All right, our colors, our beautiful colors. I always love to see how the colors are laid out every year and all the new charts. And I think this one, I really, really love this one. So there are 4 things listed in each category. You have the cardstock, an ink pad, an ink refill, and then the blends, if they come in that color. So just make sure when you're ordering that you're putting in the right number. That if you want cardstock, you're looking at that top line. If you're looking for Stampin' Blends, you're looking at that bottom line. And I just love that they're columned out in each color too. So fantastic way that they've done the colors this year. I love it. All right, the next thing I want to point out, I am so excited about this. This was one of the first things on my order, Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus. New adhesive, guys. I cannot wait to get this. This is one of the things I am looking forward to the most, and I cannot wait to use it. It's going to be phenomenal. I just know it. I can't wait. All right. Another thing, we do have a little bundle index. I know in our last catalog it was at the very beginning. This time it's kind of mixed in with the back. This is back in the punches. These are our punch bundles. You'll see that it's going to list the punch real big, and then it's also going to tell you the coordinating stamp set, and you're going to get a sample of everyone with it. Now that also happens along with our dies too, so you're also going to get like a die index. You can see exactly what the dies are and if they're bundled. So you're only going to get the bundles in this section. Dies that are sold separately that are not bundled are going to be on the following pages too. These dies are still available. They're just not bundled in a 10% price. These dies are bundled in that fantastic 10% price. That's going to save you lots of money. And finally, the last thing I want to talk about is hosting. Now, hosting does not mean that you have to have a party. If you're just putting in a large order, then this is a good section to look at. Any order over $150, you're going to earn free stuff on. That's Stampin' Rewards. So a $150 order, you're going to earn 10% on that order. So you're going to have $15 in free stuff. Now, for the month of June, if your order or your party is over $250, you're going to get an extra $25 bonus on that. So you're going to get a $25 bonus in addition to the percentage that you're going to get back. So if your order is $250, you're going to get 10% of that, which is $25, plus the bonus $25, an additional $25. So you're going to get $50 free with a $250 purchase. So that's fantastic. So that's $300 worth of product for $250. So that's a pretty good savings. So make sure you remember that this is only good through the end of June, through June 30th. And you don't have to put in that $250 alone. Grab a couple friends together and put your orders in together, or give me a call and I'd love to do that for you. Or if you want to host a virtual party, I'd love to set something up for you as well. All right. And then of course, our Join the Fun page. This is always in the catalog. The starter kit is always the best deal in the catalog. $99. You get to choose 125 in product. But wait, this month it gets better. So we have our amazing host promotion. And then this month we have a pick a free bundle promotion. So in addition to all the stuff you're going to choose in your kit, you're going to get to choose a free bundle. Now your starter kit is $99 and it comes with $125 of product of your choosing. So you get to choose $125 of any products you want. That can be off the clearance rack, that can be from the new catalog, that can be stuff from the previous catalog that carried over, that can be anything you want. Just $125, and then you're going to get to choose a free bundle on top of that. So that's phenomenal. It's such a good deal. There is no obligation to sell or buy. You get a 20% discount on any purchases you make after that. So great deal. I'd love to have you on my team. We have so much fun on my team. So I'd love to have you on my team. All right. Those are our two promotions that are going on. Now I want to talk about something that I am doing. So now through June 15th, when you place an order using this host code, you have to use the host code, guys. To get this special, you have to use the host code. I had so much leftover designer series paper from the last annual catalog, from the mini catalog, from the holiday catalog, from the celebration catalog, all of that. So I've cut it down to 4x6. And I've grouped them in 80 sheet stacks. So this is 80 sheets of 4x6 DSP. And with every order that is $50 or more, $50 before tax and shipping, I'm going to stick one of these in the mail for you. So you're going to get 80 sheets of DSP. They are all, there's like the Golden Honey, that's super popular. Golden Honey papers in there. There's some from there's the Birthday Bonanza one. There are tons and tons of different patterns in here. There's the Dino Days. There's the Magnolia one. There's lots of specialty ones, the Mosaic one. But there are 80 sheets. You're going to get 80 sheets of designer series paper when you place an order of $50 or more in my online store, but you have to use the host code. So $50 before tax and shipping. These are all ready to go. They are in these little bubble envelopes. As soon as you place your order, I'm going to address it and stick it in the mail for you. And you will receive that in the mail as a free gift for me. A thank you for placing your order. But you have to order by June 15th, and you have to use the host code to get it. All right, I think that's all of our promotions. We talked about joining my team. We talked about the free host products and all that free designer series paper that I know you guys are going to love. So let's talk about our project today. I'm so excited about this. Look at how cute this, and this box is a little large, so I hope I can get it all. My camera's up a little higher than normal, so, but it's a little like milk carton top, and the lid comes off, and you guys, inside is a little bottle of champagne. Now, I believe that you can get these in a 4-pack. They're a smaller bottle. They're not your normal size bottle of champagne, and they have the twist off cap. It's not a cork, but I think you can get these in a 4-pack. I think that's how I got them. And I had one of these left, and I was like, I need to make a box for that. That would be really cute. And so how cute would this be to maybe do a porch drop-off of maybe a college graduate, or maybe somebody graduating law school, or maybe somebody that just got engaged or something. I think this would be a really, really cute little gift for them. And they don't have to take the box apart. You just pull off the lid, and the champagne is inside. Isn't that adorable? I love it. All right, this box uses Misty Moonlight. This is one of our new in colors, and the DSP is Flowers for Every Season. So we're gonna use the same DSP, but we're going to use another new in color. This is Magenta Madness. We're gonna use the same DSP pack, but we're going to use different patterns. Look at how pretty this is. Love this pattern. So let's start with our box base. Let me get everything else out of the way. And we're going to start with our box base real quick. Okay, so I'm going to get my Simply Scored. Now you could put, if you maybe you were giving this to a high school graduate, you can put something else in there besides champagne, but this is designed for champagne, but you can also fill that up with whatever you need. Okay, so our box base is, I have my notes over here. It's 10.5 by 8.5, so it's almost a full sheet of cardstock. All I've done is shave off 1/2 inch on this side. Okay, so we are going to score on the 10.5 inch side. We're going to score at 2.5. We're going to score at 5, 7.5, and 10. And I will actually add all the measurements in the video description as soon as this video is over, and all of this will be on my blog tomorrow morning. And then on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 2.5. Okay, so that is our box bottom. We're going to set that one aside, and we're going to pull in the top. This will be our lid, and this is 10.5 by 5. And on the 10.5 inch side, we're going to score it at the same places at 2.5, at 5, 7.5, and 10. And then we're going to rotate it to that 5 inch side, and we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch and at 3 1/4. Okay, now we're going to move it back to the 10.5 inch side, and with that short score line, there's a short 3/4 of an inch score line up here. We are going to mark it. Let me see, where's my notes? Okay, mark at, okay, I gotta put it this way. So you have your 3/4 inch score line over here, and then you have a short 1/2 inch score line on this side. So make sure when you put it back up here, you have the 1/2 inch score line on the right. Okay, we're gonna mark it at 3 3/4, and you're only marking it down to that first score line. So I hope that makes sense. You're only going down to that first horizontal score line at 3 3/4 and at 8 3/4. So only down to that first score line. And that'll make more sense once we start the rest of our scoring, okay? Okay, so we're gonna pull in our lid again. We have these little short score lines here, and I'm going to take a ruler, and I am going to score from the bottom of that score line down to the corner of this square right here. So you're just gonna line up that ruler, and you're just gonna give it a good score. And you're gonna do that in both directions. Line it up in the corner, and then line that ruler up at the bottom of that score line, and just give it a little, and I don't know, I hope it shows up. I hope you can see it, but there is, so all we've done is score a little triangle there. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing to this side, and this is gonna give our milk carton that side finish, that milk carton finish, even though it's a champagne box. Give it a milk carton finish. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing on that side, and I'm just gently pinching them. I'm not doing anything really. I just want to kind of show you those diagonal score lines, and that's it. That's all the scoring. We don't need to do any more scoring. I'm gonna grab my scissors. We are gonna do a little bit of trimming. Okay, this one I'm gonna set aside. We're gonna do trimming on this one first. So we have our short 1/2 inch score line over here. I'm going to cut off the bottom part of that, and I'm just going to notch in the sides here, and that's just going to help it go together a little cleaner. And then the bottom tabs, we're just going to cut straight up. Okay. And I probably should have burnished all these score lines before I started cutting, but that's okay. We will do it after. If you wanted to notch in on these tabs, you could do that too. But let me grab my bone folder. I'm not going to notch them in today, but you could do that if you wanted to. All right, we're going to fold on all the score lines. So make sure we get nice, crisp folds. This is a, this box is holding, a glass bottle of champagne, so you need it to be pretty sturdy, and the burnishing on all those score lines with the bone folder will really make it nice and sturdy. Okay. And all of these tabs on the bottom, when they all get folded up, that's also going to really help the sturdiness of it. It's going to really layer that bottom up. Okay, we're going to set this aside, and then we're going to fold on all of the score lines on our lid. And there is no trimming on the lid. I am going to, well, I say that, but I am going to trim the side just a little bit, just so that it goes together a little easier. Now this top, this 3/4 inch top up here, we're actually going to fold in both directions, so that it's nice and folded. Where do my scissors go? Okay, now on the 1/2 inch side down here, I'm just going to notch in just a little bit on each side. And that's all I'm doing, just notching in those sides, and that's just going to help everything go together. All right, we are going to put our milk carton lid together first, or our box lid together first. So it's going to go just like that, and the sides are going to go in just like that. So I hope that makes sense. So by kind of squeezing those sides in, it just naturally finds its way in that way. I hope that makes sense. You can always go through and give it another little pinch. Okay, so for adhesive, that 1/2 inch strip on the 10.5 inch side, go ahead and put adhesive on that. Now I'm using fast fuse for time's sake, but I would recommend using a really, really strong adhesive. Now before we adhere that together, I'm going to turn it over so my adhesive is on the bottom, and I'm going to run a line of adhesive all the way across the top here. Now I'm closing my box shut because the box has the lid that comes off, so we don't need the top of the milk carton to open. So that's why I'm gluing it shut. All right, now we're going to line this up on this side. We're just going to make sure that the score lines line up, just like that. Perfect. And then we have all that adhesive exposed on the top, so all we're going to do is give it a nice little pinch, and that's all going to go together. If you need to kind of finagle your edges here a little bit, you can. Just make sure everything is nice and squared away. Perfect. Now there is a little bit of a gap here, so if you notice that, and I don't really like that, I want this all to be nice and closed, so I'm just going to add some of my Tombow liquid glue there, and then just to hold this closed while we finish our box, I'm going to just use some clothespins to hold that. And that will let the glue set up nice and strong. Okay, now for our box bottom, I'm actually going to add the DSP first on this one. I probably should have done that on the lid too, but the pieces are smaller on the lid, so I think we'll be okay. Now, this is all from the Flowers for Every Season DSP pack, like I said, and this DSP is 5 3/4 by 2 1/4, and you'll need 4 pieces of that. So before we adhere our box together, I'm going to stick all of these down. If you have a directional pattern, like my DSP is directional, just make sure that it's in portrait mode. The other box I did, the Misty Moonlight box, there was not really a directional pattern on this, so it didn't matter which way it was cut. But if you do have a directional pattern, make sure that you are aware of that before you cut. Okay, one more piece. Let's see. This paper, oh, I love this paper. This is one of my favorite papers in the new catalog, Flowers for Every Season. All right, now we're going to put adhesive on this side tab over here. And this box should be able to just fold together just like that. My children are screaming. I don't know if you can hear that. I hope you can't. All right. Now the sides, this is the back. Our seam is right here. So this is the back, this is the front. Our sides are going to go in first. So I'm going to put adhesive. Now normally I don't put adhesive on all of the tabs, but again, because this is a box that's going to be holding something pretty substantial, I want to make sure that we adhere it all down. Where's the front? This is the back, so this is going to go on next. And again, I'm using Fast Fuse for time's sake. I would use something like tear and tape, or if you have our new Seal Plus, Stamp and Seal Plus, use that. And then this is going on. This is the front, so the front is nice and smooth all the way around. Isn't that cute? Perfect, right? All right, let's get the DSP onto our lid. These DSP pieces, you're gonna need 4 of these as well, and these are 2 1/4 by 1 1/2. So let me get adhesive on all of these, and then we'll stick them onto our lid. And our lid should be nice and set up by now. So, all right, and these will just go on. The box is a square, so it doesn't matter which one goes where. Just make sure you get them in the right orientation. Now for these, you want them in landscape mode instead of portrait mode. So much easier to do when the box is flat, but it can be done. I promise. There's always an opportunity. All right, I'm gonna take off my clothespins. Those were only there to hold it closed while it's set up. Isn't that cute? All right, we're gonna kind of fit this on here, and I'm actually gonna grab my champagne bottle. I only had one of these, so we have to switch them back and forth. Now, you do kind of have to pinch your box closed, but I kind of like that, especially with this box, because it just kind of secures that champagne bottle in there from rattling around a little bit. So isn't that cute? So we just have a little bit of decorating to do up here. So let me put the lid back on this one. All right, stamp sets that we're using. I forgot my punch. I just realized I need to grab my punch. We are using the Celebrate Sunflowers. I'm using this one, Congratulations on Reaching a New Level of Wonderful. Now, if you weren't doing this for a congratulatory gift, maybe just a birthday or something, you could add a different greeting, of course. So this is a stamp set, Celebrate Sunflowers. And then we are using the Tasteful Labels die. I've already pre-cut this with the Tasteful Labels die. Now you guys, in my series, in my 4-part series, remember I'm going to be back 3 more times this week. In my 4-part series, we are using this 3 out of 4 projects. So the Tasteful Labels die is definitely one that you were going to want. And it is bundled. If you wanted to get the whole bundle, it's bundled with the Tasteful Touches stamp set. And this is a fantastic stamp set. I love this. The greetings are phenomenal. I've been using those a ton. This feather and this flower I've used a ton as well. So this is a good bundle to get. You can get that one for free when you join my team. All right, let me grab my punch real quick. Sorry guys, forgot about that. This is the small bloom punch. This is this was around during Celebration, and they brought it back. Thank goodness. And I just punched that out of the Magenta Madness. And then this little leaf die is out of Misty Moonlight, and it is from the In the Woods dies. Okay, now we're ready to assemble and stamp. So I'm using my Misty Moonlight ink. This is from my Paper Pumpkin. I'm patiently awaiting the rest of my ink that was ordered this morning. Cannot wait to get all the in-color inks. So, inking up my stamp, and then we're going to stamp that onto our label. I'm going a little bit high because I want to leave room on the bottom for my flower and my leaf. Now they retired that leaf punch, so I've been having to figure out what else I'm going to use for a leaf, and I really love this one. I found this one in the Woods dies, and I just really love it. So, in fact, I've used it so much that it just hasn't been put away. All right, I'm going to use my bone folder, just kind of curl these edges just a little bit. I'm going to use a mini dimensional on this, on the back of that. And for my leaf, I'm going to use some Tombow glue. You can use glue dots. Oh, that kind of squirted out. You can use glue dots if you want. I'm going to use my Tombow glue, and I'm just going to stick that on there. Don't cover up your greeting. And then your flower will just go right on top of that. Oh, don't cover up your greeting. Hello. There we go. Perfect. Isn't that pretty? All right, now I have some frosted epoxy droplets. These I've been loving. These are my new favorite. And these have been in the catalog for a while. I'm using one of the frosted ones right in the center of my flower. And another finishing touch. I've already tied my bow with the flowers for every season ribbon. This is like a beautiful like linen white ribbon. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna bring in our box again. I'm gonna put some dimensionals on the back of this. Just a few dimensionals. All right, dimensionals on the back. And then this is gonna go right on our box. So let me bring in our box. This is gonna go right on the front of our lid right here. Isn't that pretty? This Flowers for Every Season DSP coordinates with all 5 of the in colors, which I just love. I think that's phenomenal. I love it when they have DSPs to do that. Okay, a glue dot on the back of our ribbon. It just occurred to me I forgot to order glue dots this morning. Again. It's not high on my list apparently. And then just a little ribbon on top of that. But isn't that so cute? That's so cute. And you open it up and oh, congratulations. Here's some champagne. And I believe this is probably enough for 2 servings. I don't know. I guess it depends on how much you like champagne. All right, so that is my project for today. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I love this, and I thought champagne was the perfect way to kick off the new catalog. So I have 2 boxes now, so I'll need to go buy some more champagne apparently, but 2 boxes. Now remember, I will be back tomorrow at 2 o'clock in my VIP group. If you're not a member of my VIP group, make sure you join, and I will post a link to join later today in my on my Facebook group. So make sure you join my VIP group so you don't miss tomorrow's kickoff video. Tomorrow we are using, let me show you the stamps that we're using. You're using the Blossoms in Bloom to create a gorgeous card tomorrow. So you don't want to miss that. We're using the dies too. Fantastic. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you like this video. All the details will be on my blog tomorrow. And I will make sure to post all of the measurements in the video description as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're on Facebook, please share this with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, guys, leave any comments for me in the question, or leave any questions for me in the comments. Oh, words are hard today, guys. Anyway, have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.